Hello everyone, it's the Crypto Cowboy. We are on Saturday morning here, almost 10 o'clock here Chicago time, and we are on the 21st of December. So we are just about a year since we have found some good strong lows in Bitcoin 2018, right around December 14. And here we are a year later, where we basically cut that advance in half. So we're at about 7,000 from 14,000. So a 50% pretty much retracement in the year 2019. So we've enjoyed a nice rally from back in December 2018 to June. And right now we are back in December, and we have pulled back 50%. And the question in pretty much everybody's mind is, did we find some lows or not yet? And the market is sending mixed signals. I don't have a really high degree of confidence that we did yet. Some could argue that we actually find some lows. I mean, you can look at several indicators, and you can count this in several ways, but I think the best interpretations that we have found a low, it's the moment we're gonna try to take out this trend line from this downward sloping channel. We are still going under the assumption that this is a corrective move, and we have done a wave one up since those lows, and we are working some kind of a wave to pull back. We have changed the progression from a simple correction to a complex correction. We are about 6 months into it. And, it could be considered a bear market, but they all end. And at some point, Bitcoin should find, a very strong position here where a lot of buyers will come in and try to take this to another level. So I'm going to run you to the three main counts that I have, and let's dive down and see how they look. If you follow through the videos that I've done pretty much every single week in, updating Bitcoin, you will notice a lot of similarities, and we're trying to keep track of what we're doing. So on the green count, where basically we're arguing that the Bitcoin move to the low is done, and we've considered it the possibility of being done on this low, but the market didn't rally. I was cautioning against that, and then we built some kind of a fourth wave triangle in here, and we dropped down in a fifth wave, and we sure did a nice reaction off this trend line. We barely touched it, and we've had a nice aggressive move up into a wave one, we're thinking, and we are looking now for the development of a wave two, followed by a 3, 4, and 5. Try to take out the top of this trend line for a wave one, and then do some sort of a pullback here in a wave two zigzag, and then start building the more bullish case above 14,000. So near term, I'm looking, if I go down on a 6-hour chart, I'm looking for this as being a wave one off the lows. So, lots of buying happening in here. And now the market is correcting this move where we're, trying to correct here in some sort of an A, B, C, possibly a zigzag, hopefully, or a flat, or whatever this is going to end up being. If you go to even smaller time frames, we can dig down a little bit more, and I have counts on different, on the other counts that I have on the pink and on the red, I think. So basically what I'm looking for, it's a pullback here into the 50% to 618%. This would be an ideal pullback for a wave two. And then I want to see the reaction from here. We'll start getting some buying. If we're dragging along and this becomes extremely extended, there could be a danger that we could be in a similar situations like we've had up here, where the market just, has a foolish rally up, and then we're dragging down to new lows. And I have counts that show that this is, also possible where we're breaking down lower. So I'm cautious. If I were to believe in this, that it's completely done, I would look to set up some buy orders into this zone. I would look for a confirmation first before I would buy it anyway. I want to see some kind of a reaction from here. And then I would have stops below the lows, and then, look for a move up into a third wave. I would want to see this correction being finished first. So on a smaller time frame, I want to see that the market breaks that corrective channel that we're going to build up here. Then we have a nice 5-wave impulse up on a smaller time frame. That's pretty clear. And then you can embark in a move up on the third wave. So still cautious here, and you know, I wouldn't throw the sink at it. All right, so this is the green count. Let's go and look at the red count. So on the red count, it has the same implication for the top side, but on a near-term basis, where we're looking at this move as being still a complex correction that hasn't been finished yet, and I'm looking for it to drop down towards the 618 fib retracement of this whole move up, which comes at about 5,500. And the way we achieve that is through a flat. So as we have this a wave A, and then we're doing a wave A up and a B, and we're doing a flat, this would be called an expanded flat, where we have 3, 3, and then 5. Given the fact that this wave 1, it's kind of long, I wouldn't expect 3, 4, I wouldn't expect 3 and 5 to be longer than that. So I would look for wave 3 to be shorter than 1, and then wave 5 be shorter than 3 to some respects. I guess wave 3 could be longer, but we'll see how far wave 5 will actually go if this is the correct interpretation. So if I was going to look for a flat, I would want it to see at least to 100% here, C versus A, or to 138.2% to about 8,300, and that would pretty much attack the top of the trend line. So if I go on a smaller time frame and I look at this, I would see this as being a 1. So being the C wave, it should be pretty sharp up, and it shouldn't linger much in building this case down here. So let's see that we do an ABC up here. You know, we pull back maybe into a 618, and then we go in a wave 3. See, the reason why I'm saying that wave 3 cannot be too long is because you don't have a lot of room, you know, into this 138.2% retracement. That's why you kind of have to look at this and say, okay, if it's going to be a flat, this wave 3 has to be a little shorter, so it gives room for another wave 5 up before we reach this point. Now, could it be a running flat where we're just stopping? You go 3, 3, and then 5, and then we fall short of this wave A. Yeah, but we're not going to have enough room to build a 5-wave move. So that's what I think the only interpretation is here of an expanded flat. So I would pay attention on this. That has the same implication as the green count that we're going up higher. Right, then the rest, then the other, and then let me just kind of finish up with this one. On the red count, yeah, and then we're kind of coming back into the 618. I think I've mentioned this as a pullback to complete this wave Z. All right, so then let's go and look at this pink count where, you know, we count this as a WXY, and then we have an X wave connector, and then we're having a wave Y complete, and then we're working some sort of a triangle in a wave B, and then we're pulling lower into the C. So this would be a running triangle because wave B comes below the original of wave A. So you would have a 3-wave move up in A, you would have an ABC 3-wave move up in B. We're doing an A, which was the sharp reaction from the lows in a wave A, come back in B, do a C, or maybe this could become complex. Remember, wave C of triangles are usually complex. Do a D and E, and then finish up the top B of this, and then finish that zigzag down to an ABC down into the 618 equality, into the pullback, or I guess I could find even, let me see what the C versus A equality would be here, because that would pull us even lower. C versus A, so 100% of that will be down at 4,500. I guess that would be a little extreme, but it would be somewhere near the 78.6 of a wave to pull back. So if the market really wants to drag, it would be an extremely long wave Z, compared with this wave W and the wave Y. So my preference would be that, the market kind of stops somewhere here into the 618. You have a couple of 618s here of C versus A and 2 versus 1, and this would be a more relatable target, kind of comparing with these other moves up here. So this is another way of looking at it. And I guess another way that you could look at this is this is a wave A. So I take this wave A and I move it up here, and this becomes a zigzag. This wave B goes up higher in a 3-wave correction, and then we do another C down. But that would be, so you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for wave A, and then we're doing an A, B, C for wave B. And then we kind of go back down. So instead of that being a flat, this is actually a zigzag, and we come back down. So again, several interpretations here. There, a couple of them point to the top side, couple of them point to the to the downside. So we got to let the market figure itself out and kind of complete this this finishing moves down here. I think we are in a mature wave count. I think this wave count comes towards completion. We were waiting for it since September anyhow, so corrections last longer than everybody kind of thinks. And let's take a look at the price action. Hopefully we can get above this trend line. Ideally you want to see the market above 10,400. Take this X wave top high and then start moving up higher. So I would be cautious. Trading this in the small time frames, it's possible, but you got to look at these interpretations, and it's a lot of chop. And at least for me, there is not a lot of edge that you can build down here in terms of trading this, just given the nature of this correction. So you can get hurt quite easily trying to identify what happens here. So I would rather be small and wait for the market to finish up and really enjoy some kind of a strong buys into Bitcoin once the market kind of ends this correction up here. All right, so I think that's all I have for today, and thank you guys for watching. As you know, I think I've made a presentation. If you guys look, it's called like an introduction to the Elliot Wave, where I talk also about the new room that I'm gonna bring to the Telegram channel. It's gonna be called Elliot Wave Cafe, and we're gonna have that's gonna be like a premium service where we're gonna have a lot of charts and videos and learning and opportunities and trading, and so for people that really want to get into the depth of the Elliot Wave and learn how to trade it and how to look at the market, it takes time to get a lot of experience in it, but it was going to be a good room with a lot of good healthy information. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit that like button if you like. I want to hear from you as well, so leave me comments what you think. If you have different wave counts or if you have different versions, just leave them in the comments below. Check our rooms. I have the links there, and I'll see everybody next week. Thank you. Bye bye.